Hello and welcome to the Innovative Studio, guys. This is Shakil from Innovative Studio. Today we have to learn about the roadmap lesson number 10, and it is about the object oriented programming. So, guys, we will discuss and understand the core concept of OOPS and its properties, encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism. What is object-oriented programming? Guys, it's a programming paradigm that organizes software design around the objects of real world. Like we will discuss how objects can be belongs to real world. Like we discuss the banking system, and it's a real-time example of the object generation from the classes, and we will discuss that, and we'll discuss about the its properties as well. So encapsulation is the wrapping data variables and function method into a single unit of class is called the encapsulation. We will discuss in our code as well. So guys, abstraction, hiding the implementation details and exposing only the essential features by using the access modifiers, private members, and protected access. We will implement this one. So next property of the OOPS is the inheritance, one of the major property. Without this inheritance, we can't implement the OOPS in any of the language. And right now we are implementing in C++. So reusing of the code, creating new classes with the existing ones. Mean to say, derived class can be generated from the base classes. This is the called the inheritance. So we will discuss in the code as well. And next we will discuss the polymorphism. So polymorphism in actual word, we will discuss the many forms of our different sort of accounts will be created, and this should be implemented by overriding the virtual methods. So this is called the polymorphism. So we will discuss in the practice code, and guys, let's move on to the our practice code. So we will do the our professional coding practice. Always use when you are going to implement the OOFs. Always use classes instead of raw structures or for the encapsulation. Guys, keep in mind uh, we will use data private exposed through the public data setter properties. Will use there, and we will use the constructor deconstructor for the initialization and cleanup of the objects. And next one is the preferred smart pointer, like unique pointer and shared pointer over a raw pointer for the memory management of it as well. And next is the follow the naming conventions, like we will use the Pascal case for the classes and camel case for the method names, and also consider for the variable definition as well. And guys, last but not the least, keep code modular. One class only assign one responsibility, and it will be specific to that class. So let's move on to our practical example of the code. First, I will explain you that code and all properties, like how we implemented the encapsulation, its abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism. And let's uh, move on to the Visual Studio 2022 ID, and we will use it for our coding example. So, guys, as usually, we will create a project. You will go on to the uh, project Visual Studio ID by new, and by selecting the new project. Here comes file, new project. You can see here. You will select the template here for C++. Go to the next one and enter the project name as we name it that lesson number 10. Oops. So you will create, and will project will be created, and then we move forward by adding the classes in that. So guys, let's move on to the first class. And this class, how you will add, uh, actually, you will go to the project node tree and right click in this and will add a new class by selecting this pop-up menu, and this will add the new class. If you select here, name the class here, and then this class will be, you will press the OK button, click the OK button, and this class will be added. And we have added the account class, which is the parent class, base class here, and this is our the base class. So guys, what it should do, it will implement the abstraction. Account represents the generic idea of account, and then will be encapsulation. Account holder and balances are private, are accessible on only via the methods. You can see here, these are the private members of this class. We have implemented the encapsulation by using these data members. Then public, we have implemented the constructor here. You can see here, account constructor. It is also called a overloaded constructor as well. So we will use it uh, assigned to that account holder and other balance methods here, which will get the balances from uh, respectively for the each account, which we will create. Sorry guys, next to that we have defined deconstructor here, virtual deconstructor. And it is important in polymorphism that when we have to clean up our object, we will call the deconstructor, and it will clean up the objects in the memory. So next to that, you can see here, we have encapsulated the getter properties, and we are getting data for account holder, and here comes, it is returning the data, and same for the get balance we have defined here. So guys, next is the method for the deposit functionality, and we have defined it the virtual. Virtual means this is the pure virtual method which can be overridden in the derived class or the child classes. So next we have defined the withdraw method, it is also virtual, which can be overridden in the child classes. So next to that, we have defined a protected set balance. So you can see meaning of protected. Protected setter is accessible by the derived classes, but not outsider of that namespace or classes. Other than inherited classes, it can't be accessed. So this is the protection in that level. Then we have defined a derived class saving account. You can see here a saving account class inheriting from public account, and it also one private data member, interest rate for the saving accounts. Then you can see here a saving class inheriting the account constructor as well. Then next to that, we have defined the uh, specific feature for the saving class, that is apply the interest. Then we have implemented the polymorphism by overriding this method from the parent class to child class. We have overridden here. This is the example of polymorphism. So next to that, guys, we have defined another drive class for the checking accounts. You can see here we have implemented the inheritance, and we are inheriting this from the account class. Same, a double private overdraft limit data member has been defined here. Then the constructor has been defined here. Then polymorphism by overriding the withdrawal method for this checking account class. Then we have defined the next class also inherited from account business account class, and this also added a this has been inherited and then a transaction fee private data member of this class, and then constructor has been inherited as well. Then polymorphism, deposit method has been used here, and it is overridden from the parent class. Next to that, guys, another polymorphism example, withdraw method has been overridden, and these three classes we have inherited from our account class, and their methods are overridden. That is the example of polymorphism. And let's move on to the main CPP and run the program and see what is the output of this one. So, guys, we have written this project as a menu driven. You can see here we have the defined the menu here. We have seven options here, actually eight, and zero for the exit from the program. So let's run the program and see the menu driven on the prompt. You can see here a menu has been driven on this prompt. So you can select the input option choice you will enter, and accordingly accounts will be created. So guys, I will select the option 3 first, a business account I'm going to create. So I will input the name, this I have been input, and then this is the account name. Then I will enter the balance, initial balance, and it's a 50,000. And then you can also enter the transaction fee. Uh, you can define there 50 transaction fee for each transaction. And you can see here, we will see by stepping into the member objects class, and then you can see here account has been created, and you can see the information of the account created by entering the choice 7 option, and you can see that what type of account has been created here. This account has been created with the name check, and balance is 50,000. So guys, next we create the checking account by input the choice equal to. So let's input, and we will enter the name. Uh, so I will enter raw, and yes, initial balance 20,000. Then you will enter the overdraft limit, can be 2,000, and this account also created. You can see here prompt that checking account created. Now we will create the third type of account, saving account, by input 1, and let's name it input balance 40,000. Then you have to input the interest rate 10%, and you can see here account has been created. So we have created our types of account: business account, saving account, and checking account. Let's review the information of all account by input the choice 7. So we have input the 7 choice, and it will show us all these three accounts has been created and shown here. So we will perform the operation. We will deposit the money in each account by choice number 4. We will input, and we will deposit the amount on the index 0, and will enter the amount 10,000. So the system will deposit the amount and deducted the fee 50 as well here. You can see here. Now deposit the amount into second account by selecting the option 4. So first we was selected the index 0. Now we are going to select the index 2 and amount is the 20,000, and let's see how it will work. You can see here the amount has been deposited and the new balance is 60,000. Initial balance was 40,000. You can see in detail previously on the command prompt, you can see already there. And now we will going to uh, deposit the amounts again in the index 1 account. So index 1 and amount is 3000, and let's check it. 3000 had been deposited, and now we have to see the information of all three accounts and their balances. Input the option 7 and enter. So system will display the all account balances here. You can see here. Now we will perform the withdrawal option, and we will select and input the choice 5. So we'll input the index 0 and also enter the withdrawal amount 5,000, and you can see here what happened. The amount has been withdrawn with 50 fee and 5,000 amount, and new balance is 54,900. So we have also applied the withdrawal functionality on our business account, and let input the option 5 and input the index 2. This is our business account and amount equal 10,000. So let's see what happened. So amount has been withdrawn 10,000 and the balance is 50,000. This is the new balance. Now same repeat will for the our uh, uh, one index, that checking account, and let's apply the options. Input the choice 5 1 and amount equal 4,000. So 4,000 withdrawn, and you can see here the new balance is 19,000, and actually it was 23 and 4,000 had been withdrawn. Now we will apply the interest option on our saving account. Input the choice 6 and you can see the index is, you can see here the index was, I think it was 2. Let's input and see what happened. So you can see here saving account index 2 and interest applied 5,000 on this amount. So guys, we have discussed the all functionality of this our banking system, which implemented for the OOFs. And so once more you will want to see the balances of account, and let's check the balances again. So this is the current balances for each account, and that's all from today's learning, and hopefully you will enjoy this code as well. And don't forget to subscribe my channel, share your feedback, and also if you like this one, so press the like button as well. So thank you so much, guys. That's all from the today's lesson, and good night for now. Bye bye.